World War II was the most devastating conflict in human history. Between 1939 and 1945, the world was divided between the Allies and the Axis powers. More than 70 million people died, and military technology reached a level of destruction never seen before. Behind every battle, there was a race for power, speed, and death. From massive tanks to bombs capable of erasing entire cities, humanity proved that it could be its own worst enemy. Today, you'll discover the most cruel weapons of World War II, machines that changed the course of the war and left scars the world still carries today. The atomic bomb. Nothing marked the 20th century more than the atomic bomb, developed in secret by the Manhattan Project in the United States. It brought together some of the greatest scientists in the world. Among them, Robert Oppenheimer. On August 6, 1945, the American bomber Enola Gay dropped a bomb called Little Boy over Hiroshima. The explosion released energy equivalent to 15,000 tons of TNT, destroying everything within several kilometers. 3 days later, Fat Man was dropped over Nagasaki. More than 200,000 people died, and Japan surrendered shortly after. The war was over, but a new era had begun. The nuclear age. For the first time, the world saw that science could create something capable of destroying all of humanity. Tanks of war. Across the fields of Europe, power rolled in on steel tracks. Tanks became symbols of strength and domination. Germany's Tiger I was a 54-ton monster with almost impenetrable armor and an 88mm cannon, capable of destroying an enemy before even being seen. But it had a problem. It was slow, expensive, and difficult to produce. On the other side, the Soviet T-34 changed the course of battles with its agility and ease of maintenance. It was simple, cheap, and could cross mud and snow with ease. More than 80,000 units were built. The United States responded with the M4 Sherman. Light, reliable, and perfect for large offensives. These tanks turned the European ground into a metallic battlefield, where power was measured in tons and fire. Aircraft and bombers. In the skies, war gained new dimensions. Air superiority became vital for victory. Germany's Messerschmitt Bf 109 and Britain's Spitfire engaged in epic duels during the Battle of Britain. The German Stuka Ru-87 dove toward its targets, with terrifying sirens designed to spread fear. Meanwhile, the Allies used giants like the B-17 Flying Fortress and the B-29 Super Fortress, capable of carrying tons of bombs. Entire cities were destroyed, without a single enemy soldier stepping into them. The sky became the new killing ground. Flamethrowers and incendiary weapons. Fire also became a weapon. Flamethrowers like the German Flammen Werfer 35 and the American M2 were used to force enemies out of trenches, caves, and bunkers. The jets of fire could reach more than 20 meters. They were weapons of pure terror. The sound, the heat, and the despair they caused left deep trauma, both for those who attacked and those who tried to survive. Nothing symbolized the hell of war more than fire consuming the battlefield. Nazi Germany's secret weapons. While the world fought in trenches and skies, Germany worked in secret. Its engineers created what they called the Wunderwaffe, the wonder weapons. Among them were the V-1 and V-2 rockets, the first ballistic missiles in history. They were used to strike London, hitting targets more than 300 kilometers away. No warning, no defense, no mercy. In the seas, the feared U-boat submarines hunted Allied ships, sinking entire convoys. And in the hands of soldiers, the MG-40 machine gun fired up to 1,200 rounds per minute, so fast that its sound resembled a saw cutting through the air. These weapons were the portrait of German efficiency and the terror it could create. Many of these designs would later inspire modern rockets and even the space race. In the end, behind every weapon of World War II, there was something far greater: human suffering. Cities destroyed, families separated, millions of lives lost. Every explosion was a life cut short. The war showed how far humanity can go, and how easy it is to cross the line. The cruelest weapons weren't just machines. They were the reflection of our fear and hatred. When the war ended, the world breathed in relief, but also in fear of what had happened. From the ruins came new nations, peace agreements, and the promise to never repeat that disaster. The weapons of World War II changed history, but they also showed how much we lose when we use our intelligence to destroy. In the end, true power isn't in winning a war, but in preventing one.